disease. Just for a moment, because it's an epidemic amongst black men. Everything that damages the uterus damages the prostate, first of all. That much you must realize. A lot of the damage is caused by rubbers alone, actually, but I don't want to get there. I know the brothers want to put their penis in a rubber coffin. So what we're talking about is the prostate. Vinegar will dry it out. Salt and sugar pull moisture out of the prostate. The beginning of prostate problems is the failure to get the last drop, which causes the brother to wag the dog a whole lot. You know, they splash on his shoes and his pants and everything, just piss on. So what they do is put these little stalls between the men in the men's room to stop us from splashing on each other, when actually it's the prostate deteriorating that's causing us to wag around like that, you know, like a windshield wiper. So that's the beginning of prostate deterioration, which occurs when the man is around 12 years old. It starts deteriorating. When you see a couple drops of urine in the boy's underwear, the prostate is already on its way deteriorating. So we have like pain that may go down the leg or in the back or in the front. That's an indication of prostate problem, but we ignore that, you know what I mean, because we're macho, you know what I mean. So men ignore all the early symptoms of prostate problems because we're taught, you know, if you show an injury, our master may sell us right away. So we were taught in slavery not to show injuries. It's just we still acting like a slave, you know what I mean. So what we're talking about is understanding that everything in nature has a cycle. Even trees don't screw each other all year round. They have a time when they're making apples and a time when they're not. Trees are not horny all year round. Sorry. The tide comes in, tide goes out. Everything has a cycle. You point to it, it's got to have a cycle if it's alive. So we are taught that the prostate doesn't have a cycle. We're taught to breed all the time, have sex all the time so we can make babies all the time so the master can make money all the time. So we're still having sex like slaves. So we're into another equation altogether. Then we don't spiritualize the sex activity. We don't say a prayer and ask God to guide us and protect the child that may be conceived, because we're trying to be, you know, worshipers of God, and we're performing a godly activity like eating. We say a prayer for that. We say a prayer when we eat them damn hamburgers from Burger King. So we should say a prayer before we have sex. Now you're into an African way of having sex, because we're spiritualizing the activity. So I'm saying it's a spiritual thing too, because we're not creating the right spirit to move in life. And the prostate helps with our creation process. So it shows that we're not creating the right spirit we need to move in life also, the spiritual side of the illness. Now, the prostate, as I mentioned, is harmed by vinegar, alcohol, sugar, salt, fried foods, and of course masturbation. That's too much handy stuff there. So we're talking about healing the prostate. You can do that with a herb called saw palmetto and pygium. Those herbs work. Saw palmetto, pygium. Another herb is called maca, M-A-C-A, and another herb is called muapuama, which is M-U-I-R-A, and the other name is puama, P-U-A-M-A, muapuama. Another herb is maca, M-A-C-A. Another herb is pygium from Africa, P-Y-G-E-U-M, and saw palmetto from the palmetto tree, S-A-W. P-A-L-M-E-T-T-O, saw palmetto. Those are the major herbs that heal this prostate issue here. But inability to hold your urine, premature ejaculation is also a sign and symptom of prostate deterioration. So sometimes you have to shrink this prostate gland when it's gotten too big. Then you're looking at herbs like shepherd's purse to shrink it. Witch hazel, not the stuff in the little bottle. I'm talking about witch hazel, the herb. We're looking at crane's bill, which is sometimes called wild alum root, which helps shrink the prostate to reduce that hardness in there. So we're looking at shrinking it, we're looking at healing it with the maca, muapuama, pygium, saw palmetto, and we're looking at altering the diet to get rid of the vinegar, which dries the prostate, alcohol, which dries the prostate, sugar, which dries the prostate, vinegar, salt, which dries the prostate. So we're doing a lot of things that are contributing to the illness, along with not being spiritual with the act of sex, which deteriorates the sex act, along with the masturbation.